Hey guys, Alpha 65 here and bringing you a new video. Today we are doing a build video on my 6-piece classified Nomad, and this build was requested by a few people, so I decided to go ahead and do it. I know there's 1,001 build videos out there, but this is going to be a video of how I run my 6-piece classified Nomad. So without further ado guys, let's get started. Alright, so I'm running a 6-piece classified Nomad, running 7,000 firearms, which is 422, 688 primary firepower, a toughness of 495, 670 at stamina 6,147, skill power of 92,142, electronics of 2961. Nothing crazy. This build is a little different for me because I run mine with a little bit of skill power and skill haste. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and do the abilities and talents. I run standard immune box, recovery link, and I will alternate between the pulse, the booster shot, and the fire turret. And I find myself using the booster shot and the fire turret the most. So, pulse when I want to farm and stay kind of concealed. Booster shot I run when I feel like there's only a couple of people, or maybe even 2 or 3 people, and I feel like I can take them down and with no issues. The fire turret I use for crowd control, and pretty much I use that for cutting ropes, and when I have multiple players and I kind of believe they're gonna give me a little bit of problem. So this turret is almost like having, sort of like having an extra player on your team, but of course we're running this Nomad solo. Yeah, all right. So my talents are going to be critical save, strike back, precision, and on the move. Now, if I'm running team, of course I'll run the combat medic. And if I'm going to be aggravated by pred, I will run the adrenaline. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the weapons. House. This is going to be fully optimized with 23% crit chance, 21.4 base damage, and I run it with deadly and unforgiven. Unforgiven. I have come to love this talent. Basically, a missing health segments increase your damage. One missing health segment gives you 10% damage. 2 missing health segments give you 25% damage. And everybody should know what deadly is. Critical hit damage is increased by 15%. And then, of course, the old famous card counter. I have come to love Unforgiven very much, especially with this Nomad. I used to run a Deadly Vicious house, and of course, when you lose that first segment of health, that vicious talent is no longer active. So I decided to run the Unforgiven, and I will also play around with the Unforgiven responsive as well. But I like the crit damage on the build. You need stronger, crits. So, alright, so the mods on this are pretty standard: crit chance, crit damage. So I use a pro red dot, 18% crit damage, 6% headshot, 3% crit chance. Loud vent break, I run 19% crit damage, 5.5% headshot damage, and 2.5% crit chance. Small grip, 19% crit damage, 4.5% reload speed, and 2% accuracy. Extended magazine, we have 19% magazine size, 3% crit chance, and 4.90% rate of fire. Alright, lightweight M4. Now I run this 2 different ways, and this one is fully optimized with 24% enemy armor damage. Base damage is 18.8k, and the way I'm running this now is the vicious, deadly, and competent. Kind of standard, does a lot of damage. But again, the vicious talent is dead when you lose that first segment of health. So I run Unforgiven, deadly, and competent on here as well. So I'll let you guys pause the video, whatever you need to do to see the talents or any of this. If I'm going too fast, and I apologize. So let's go ahead and, all right, so magazine, I'm running 120% magazine size, 3% crit chance, and 4% crit damage. I use a C79, 18% crit damage, 5.5% headshot damage, and 2% crit chance. 2.5% crit chance, excuse me, guys. Large muzzle, I use a SR7 suppressor with 19% crit damage, 5.5% headshot damage, 3% crit chance, and 41% reduced threat. My underbarrel, my grip is going to be a red, 18% crit damage, 2% accuracy, and 2.5% stability. And again, I will run this with Unforgiven, Deadly, and Competent to keep that vicious talent from going pretty much dead. My sawed off basically is just a resource gun. It's not fully optimized, but you can see the stats on that. The main reason I use this, I have vicious, destructive, and predatory. Now, the predatory comes into play when you're running low and you need some health back. You just kill a target and you get 35% of your health back over 20 seconds. That's pretty much the only reason I use this gun. And a lot of times I'm moving around, I'm getting excited and all that kind of stuff, and I forget to use this to get my health back. And with Nomad, you're going to get it back anyway. It's just a matter of time. So, but anyway, I run it with the predatory, destructive, and vicious. Works really well for NPCs, especially at 7,000 firearms. But you can run it either way you want to. All right, let's get into the set. Excuse me. All right, we'll go ahead and go over the set bonus talents or whatever for all you new players. Set 2 gives you 15% health on kill. Set bonus 3 is Nomad's Resolve, grants a constant small amount of healing, allowing the user to regenerate all segments of health during combat. Set bonus 4 is Path of the Nomad. When receiving fatal damage, you are instead healed to full health. Can occur once every 4 minutes. Okay, set bonus 5 is an extra 10% health on kill. Improved Nomad's Resolve. Increase the amount of healing from Nomad's Resolve. Nomad's Resolve will now overheal. So what that means is you get this green bar above your name. So if you ever see an extra bar above somebody's health, they're running Nomad. All right, so let's do set bonus 6. Nomad's Luck. 50% chance to have no cooldown for the Path of Nomad when playing solo. Take 60% less damage for 10 seconds after the Path of the Nomad is triggered. Alright, so for all you newcomers and new players and stuff, basically this gear set is designed to run when you're playing by yourself. You have if you do take damage and you notice that your Nomad kicks in or whatever, there's a 50% chance that you're going to get that life right back. And once it triggers, you take 60% less damage for 10 seconds. So you need to make up your mind if you're going to run, reload, fight, whatever it is you're going to do. Alright, so this build is not quite fully optimized, but we're running 293 on the vest. Got it spec'd into stamina, and my major is health and skill haste. Minor is ammo capacity. Now I run at least 9% on all my builds of skill haste. I chose to go into health, and it's just been working for me. My mods are stamina mods with health, and a prototype stamina mod 267 with a 1% crit chance. That is a god roll crit chance mod. Okay, my mask. We have 1001 armor, got it into firearms with a 4% crit chance and 17% burn resistance. My mod is a 267 skill power mod, stamina. Now, I run a little bit of skill power and skill haste on my builds. That makes my pulse stronger, my booster shot stronger, and my fire turret stronger. It's gonna do more damage. So I've been playing around with this, which is different for me, but it's been really, really working because I need my heals and I need my booster shot. I need that, I need the damage on the turret. So that's what works for me. All right, so we have the knee pads. All right, spec'd into stamina. Major is health with 33% disorient, shock, and burn resistance. Now, I have spent a lot of div tech in this piece, trying to figure out if I like the crit damage or the health, and the health is what works for me. So that's what I'm using right now. 1602 in armor, and my mods are a prototype firearms mod with crit chance and a first aid self heal on the prototype performance mod. Backpack is going to be armor 1334 with firearms. Major is 9% crit damage, minor is 56% ammo capacity. Alright, prototype firearms mod with 1% crit chance. I have a pulse crit hit damage mod, which I'm going to probably take off. I don't run with pulse too much anymore. And I have a 6% first aid self heal. Gloves are pretty standard. Firearms armor is 1001, 6% crit chance, 17% crit damage, and 12% SMG damage. If you choose to run 2 ARs or AR shotgun, you're going to want to change the SMG damage to whatever you're going to run the majority of the time. Do not take the crit chance off, and do not take the crit damage off, because you won't get this much crit damage on any other piece in your gear set. Okay, so this is pretty standard right here. All right, my holster is 1001 armor, 1401 across the board, and this is also standard with 4% crit chance. And I do believe I have a first aid self heal on this. All right, guys, so there's my build. For those of you that asked me to do a build video, here you go. It's nothing major, just how I've been running it. I did run this with 8,000 firearms, and I noticed that it just wasn't really working for me. I think the baseline of survivability is going to be a 6,000 stamina build or higher. Some people run more firearms, and they go in and they do very well with lower stamina. At this point, I just prefer the stamina, especially with the NPCs hitting as hard as they do. So yeah, that's my build, guys. And all right, I appreciate you guys coming through. And for those of you that are new, please like and subscribe. If you would do me the favor and comment below how you run your Nomad. It's a hated build. I understand why. It's been doing me very well, so I choose to run with it a lot of times. But let me know how you run it. Do you run it firearms stamina, stamina firearms? Do you run skill power? Do you run what do you run on it? EDR? And just leave me a description below. Thanks for stopping by, guys. You have a blessed day, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.